So hello guys, welcome to I think the actual first video where we'll start making stuff. In this video, I want to make the UI pretty basic UI. I did promise that we are gonna make some awesome UI, but for now, let's just get to making some basic UI, which will help us in the long run to test things out. So I'm gonna delete this. We already had a button in this. I'm just gonna jump right in. So I'll make this button come over here, and as you can see, if I'm selecting things, it's getting updated down here. So if I select the form gets selected, and if I select the button gets selected. Just for my sake, I'm just gonna rename the form to main.cs. So it just looks cleaner. And now what I want, I'm just gonna make some changes in the form. So when we run our program, instead of making my software draggable, I just want it to be of a fixed window sized for now. And then I want to get rid of this upper taskbar. You know what, we'll keep it, we'll deal with it later. Yeah, so all I want is something which we can work on in this initial stage. So I'll just stop running this program. The thing I want to do is I don't want to make it resizable for the user. So you can scroll down in the properties. I'll just expand this a bit and come this up here. So you can see the properties. So you have to search for something like Windows state, no, Windows style. So in Windows style, okay, in appearance, if you come in appearance, there is a form border style which says sizable. So I'm just gonna make it fixed dialog, which looks like this. We can again test it out just to see how it looks like. So yeah, now we can't resize it. I think this is what I'll go with. So I made a fixed dialog window instead of sizable. Now we'll start making some stuff and using our previous code. So what I'll do is I'll just open the code in. Okay, so we have opened our previous code. What I'll do is, so what we were doing, I'll just see what kind of stuff we are coming with because I forgot. So yeah, we were making it display the tax when we typed the name, the money, the address. It came like that. So we'll design something where we can select the person or just type his name out, and then everything will get automatically updated. So for that, I'm just gonna drag this window, maybe place it here, just for easier purposes. So I'll make a label. This label will be called as name. So there are two properties in label. A label is basically text, but there are two properties in label. There is text which is displayed right here, and there is the name of the label object, which we can change something here. So design there is also a field known as name, which I changed, and then we can change the font here. I'll just change it to Roboto because it's one of my favorite fonts, and I'll make it somewhere around 18, so that looks good. Now we have a label name. If I run this now, it's saying we have build errors, so let's check it out. Okay, it is giving me some build errors. Let's see what is that. Cannot convert string to this. What the heck? Let's see. Name is main. Cannot convert string to Windows forms label. One thing I want to make it clear that I'm gonna code with you guys. because I really want you guys to see how I go about making stuff, and how do I come up with errors and how I try to fix them. So if you think this tutorial series is not very well planned and what I'll say, not pre-planned and some everything is just there, I don't want it like that. I want it to be more of an interactive experience, so you guys can see how I come up with problems and how do I deal with them. So I'm just going to keep these segments of me solving the errors, because at the end of the day it's not about just following along the tutorial and what do you say, following along the tutorial and copying and pasting the code. That's not what it is. It is about writing your own code and solving it, which makes you a better programmer in my opinion. So we have a problem here. Okay, so what I'll do is, uh, one of the best solutions I always know is, let's save it now. You still have, okay, you don't, okay, cool. So I'll go along and again I'll make a label. I think it was conflicting with the uh, name of the form, which is odd to be honest. But I will just call this label person name so it doesn't conflict anymore. And again I'll change the font to something like Roboto, which was here, and make the font 18, which looked good. And press OK. So we got the name here, and if now I run this, let's hopefully it works. So yeah, it works. The window is not resizable, but we still have the keys which we need to open, close, maximize. Okay, it is resizable here, but other than that it's not. um, I'll see how to fix this right now. So let's select our form again. It says fixed dialog, and I'll just make it fixed tool window. Yeah, so this is the best way to go. So as you can see, I am solving the problems along the way. Oh my god, sorry for that. I'm solving the problems along the way, which I think keeps the series more interactive in general. Now I'm just gonna make a text box, which you can see right here, and I'll just make some nice text box here. Okay, and I'll keep some text from the beginning because then I won't have to enter the text each time. So we are gonna make a person named John, right? So I'll just put GOH, and when I press N, everything will get autofilled, and that's what we wanted. So now what we're gonna do? Uh, okay, we need to rename this. You go in design name, and I'll name it uh, person name text box. So now you get an idea of how to create these kind of things. I'll just come back in a minute. I'll create things for address. I'll just check out what things we had. So we had address, tax rate, and job. Even we had job, and we had something like money, and that's all. And we even had a citizen count. So I'll just be back in a minute and I'll finish making the UI. I've told you guys how to make it and you can customize it, but I don't want to waste time on just showing you guys. I'm gonna repeat this, copy paste, change the names, that's it. So I'll be back in a minute. So as you can see, I just created some quick UI. I changed the name, and I don't know, made some job, money, address, and tax rate, and I just changed the text to calculate taxes. I changed their names in here, so every text box is known as job text box, uh, tax rate text box. This is not changed. Okay, so I'll just show you how to change the name again. You scroll down, you go in design, and there's a column named name, and I'll just name it address text box. Oh, it got box. Box, yeah. and then there's money text box and person name text box. I'll just change it to name text box. One thing I need you to understand is these names, quote unquote names of the elements we have, make sure you have them exactly as same as me, or else you know what you're gonna use instead of me, because these names will be used in our code. So just for a disclaimer, make sure you know what you are dealing with here. Again, I'll put this whole project on GitHub for you to see as the series moves on. Uh, so better than that, I'll just let's just start working on this again. So now we had made some basic UI, but we need to import all this class citizen and stuff. So what I'm thinking is we'll just copy and paste um, this class citizen, because why not? And make sure to give it public class. Make it a public class. Um, I don't know if I told you guys how to use regions in C Sharp, but you go hashtag region. Oh, I did actually. Citizen class. I remember right now. And then we'll end region here. Okay, so there was supposedly a region. Uh, where was the region? Okay, it is in the methods. So we'll need an hashtag uh, end region, and I'll just collapse this whole thing. And one more thing, right? Yeah. So make sure to remove console dot write line, because we don't have any console, right? So for that, I'll just remove every single console dot write line. So we'll fill this thing up later when I show you guys how to use text boxes and stuff. So now let's try accessing our citizen class. So I'll make a void example, and let's say citizen. Okay, so we can make a so we can now, as you can see, we can access the citizen John, and we can make a new citizen as we were doing before. If we remove the public here, I just want to check it out. Yeah, so we still can use the class because it is in the same namespace. I guess that's fine. So for now, what I want to do is update the UI as we said according to the name we have. So I'm gonna show you some quote unquote events in the next video, because I think this video should be wrapped up for now, because I don't know. Okay, thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I have no clue why I'm doing this. We'll wrap up our video right now. So thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, comment down below. I'll see you in the next video.